Hey out there and welcome. I'm Kate. Today's practice is all about slow and steady wins the race. We're going to work on balance, so slow controlled movements. Find a quiet spot, roll out your mat, and I'll see you in a few. Okay, so we're going to start seated for a few moments. If you want to grab a cushion or a block or a folded up towel or blanket to sit on, you can absolutely do that. Going to take a second, let your hands rest on your lap or on your thighs. Close those eyes and take a couple of breaths. Just to start to slow down the crazy from your day. And to welcome yourself here on your mat for this practice. And before we start moving, just start to pay attention to your breath. To feel it moving in and out. And as you do that, check in to see how you're feeling today. And if there's anything you've dragged with you onto your mat, see if you can just slowly put it aside. It's not always easy to do, but we work on it, right? Take a couple more breaths here. On your next exhale, just slowly lower your chin to your chest and shake your head a little bit side to side. And when you inhale, roll your right ear up over your right shoulder. Exhale, roll back down through center and inhale up to the other side. And down through center. And inhale, you're going to come back up through the middle. And from here, we're going to come into table. And set yourself up, right? Shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. Let your hips sway a little bit side to side. Maybe welcome some circles into those hips. Find the creaky spot in your floor. And then take your circles in the other direction. Yeah, all right. And then bring yourself back through the middle and roll through a couple of rounds of your cat and your cow stretching. And as always here, move how it feels good. If you find some tension, maybe you can slide into it a little bit more, make a little more space. One more round. Nice full breath in. And when you hit that rounded back, you're going to press into the floor. Take a couple of breaths here as you draw your belly button into your spine. Draw your chin a little closer to your chest. And feel your back rise up toward the ceiling. And then come back through your neutral spine. All right, from here, you're going to take your right leg, stretch it straight back behind you. Tuck your toes, low belly in and up. Take your left arm, you're going to reach it forward. Find a little balance here, right off the bat. Inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. Hug it in and tap. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. One more. Inhale it, reach it out. Exhale, elbow to knee. Find that reach. And then hand down, knee comes down. Walk your hands forward slightly. Tuck your toes. Send your hips up, stretch it back for a second. Find a downward facing dog where you can pedal out your feet. And sway gently side to side. You're going to bring your hips back through the middle. And press firmly through your left hand. Feel your left shoulder blade hug into your back there. Sitting bones stay lifted. You're gonna take your right hand, reach it back, grab the outer edge of your left leg. And you can pull gently with that right hand, take your gaze underneath your armpit. And then come back through your downward facing dog. Inhale, float it forward into plank. And when you exhale, lower your knees, find your table. You can adjust your hands if you need to. Take your left leg, stretch it back behind you. Keep your belly lifted. Right arm reaches. Inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Elbow to knee. Find that reach again through your left heel into your right fingertips, and then right hand down, left knee down. Walk your hands forward, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Pull your hips up, stretch them back. And again, if you want to take a little minute to sway a little bit, because it just feels good. All right, and then come back to your stable down dog here. Press into the right hand. Feel your right shoulder blade hug into your back. Slide your left hand to the outside of your right leg, wherever it can grab. Sitting bones rise up behind you. As you pull gently with that left hand, you can take your gaze underneath your right armpit. And then downward facing dog. Inhale, float it forward into your plank. Exhale, this time lower your knees, untuck your toes, drop your thighs, your hips, elbows stay curled in, shoulders relax away from your ears. You're just gonna kind of all the way down to the floor. That's the technical term. Curl your shoulders up and then draw them back as you inhale. Peel your chest off the mat. Inhale. Exhale, release your forehead, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Pull your hips up and back. One more breath here. I'm going to exhale, lower your knees down to the mat again. Find your table. Okay, so we're going to take the right leg, kick it back behind you. Shift your weight into the left hand. And you're going to take the right hand, fingertips forward, and then find your balance here. You can tuck your left toes under if you want. And then from here, you're going to roll your right shoulder open, roll your right hip open. Find your side planky thing. Inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. Bonk. Inhale, reach. Elbow to knee. Little tap or close to it. One more. Reach it out and pull it in. And then reach it long. You're going to bend the right knee, pull your heel in toward your butt, and then take your right hand back. Grab the top of your foot, maybe your ankle. Keep rolling this right shoulder open. Let your hips press toward the long edge of your mat as you kick your foot back behind you. And breathe. All right, find your reach through the right leg, through the right arm. Bring yourself back down if you can with control. Slow and steady. Right hand, right knee, downward facing dog. Pull it back. From here, you're going to take your right foot, step it forward just a touch. So maybe your right heel comes in line with the top of the left toes, and open your toes out 45 degrees with that right foot. You're going to shift your hips back, take your right hand, again, this time you're going to grab the right leg. Press into the right foot, press into the left hand, and see if you can float this left leg up. Deep breath. And then left foot sets, right hand, reset your dog. Inhale forward into plank. And knees, chest, chin like we did before. Chaturanga if you want it. Lower all the way onto your belly, untuck your toes. Baby cobra, using the muscles along your spine and between your shoulder blades to create the lift. Inhale. Exhale, release your forehead, tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Okay. Inhale here. And when you exhale, drop your knees, find your table. Okay, left leg goes back, core strong. Shift your weight over toward this right hand. Pop up onto the left fingertips. Maybe walk the left hand forward. If you're feeling steady, we're gonna Take it here. My right toes are tucked. It helps with the balance. And then from here, you're gonna slowly start to open the hips, open the shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. Pardon my back. Inhale, reach. Elbow to knee. One more, reach it out. Elbow to knee. And then find that extension. You're gonna bend your left knee, grab a hold with the foot, the ankle, whatever works for you. Let your hips press gently toward the long edge of your mat, that left edge of your mat as you kick your foot into your hand. Yep, and then kick your left foot back, left arm forward, and slow and steady, you're gonna spin yourself so you're more square to the mat. Yep, and then left hand down, left knee down, downward facing dog. Take it up and back. All right, take your left foot, step it forward just slightly, couple inches, toes open out to the sides. Press into your right hand again, take your left hand back. Grab a hold of your left leg, wherever it works for you. You wanna try to keep this left leg straight. The tendency may be to like bend it here, but then it's a little soupy, right? Try to keep the leg straight, and then we're gonna float this right leg up. Deep breath. Then set the right foot down, left hand, and then reset your left foot. Inhale, float it forward, plank. Exhale, lower down, knees, chest, chin. You can chaturanga all the way down. And again, curl it up, baby cobra. This time, maybe float the palms above the mat. Keep your elbows hugging in toward your sides. Deep breath. Release your hands, release your forehead. Press it up. Stretch back into child's pose. Hips to your heels. Take a second here. Okay, all right, come back up, find your table, and then downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, slide it up, stretch it back. Okay, so we're gonna do that baby step forward again. But first, float your right foot up. Inhale. When you exhale, you're gonna step the right foot forward, toes open, heel in line with those left tops of the toes here. You're gonna keep pushing into your hands, pull your hips, pull your waist back. Press into your left hand, just like we did like 10 seconds ago. You're gonna grab that right leg with the right hand, float the left leg up. This time, if you wanna try to bend your left knee, maybe you can take the right hand, find that left foot, and breathe. Inhale. When you exhale, you're gonna plant the right hand, step the left foot all the way forward, coming into standing split. So you're gonna shift your weight and float your right leg up now. Okay, so now from here, you're gonna bend your left knee. Keep pushing energy through your right heel, lift your chest, gaze forward. Take your left hand to the top of your left thigh. Take your right hand right next to it. You can interlace your fingers here, and we're gonna work warrior three, just like this. Keep your right hand on your thigh, bend your right knee. You're gonna reach for that right foot with your left hand. Where is it? There it is. Whew, it's there. And then kick your foot into your hand slowly. Come on up to stand, a little revolved Nadarajasana. Don't forget to breathe here. Keep a steady gaze. And then we release, fingertips back down to the mat, standing split, slow and steady. Extend through your right leg. And then take your left fingertips to the floor for Ardha Chandrasana. If you want to block here, you can. You're going to slowly start to stack the hips. Roll your shoulder open. Fire up your inner right thigh. Push through that right heel. Maybe take the right arm, reach it up. Yes, 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 and breathe. Bend your left knee. Step it back, warrior two. All right, we're okay. Take your gaze over your left hand. Bring your palms into prayer. We're gonna move into Skandasana. Bend your right knee. You can come onto the ball of your right foot. Keep the right heel down. We're just working toward balance here. Feel your chest lift. Your torso topple. It's all good. Just play. Have a hard time finding balance here, clearly. All right, and then from here, hands to the mat. We're gonna shift forward. Once we come through, hands can lift. Pivot on the ball of your back foot. So we're in kind of a forward leaning crescent lunge, and we're gonna hover here for a second. Keep as little weight as you can in this back foot. I know there's still a lot back there, but we're gonna try to shift forward. Root into your left heel, and then slow and steady, we come on up, drag your right knee into your chest, hook your right ankle on top of your left thigh, and we take a seat here. And breathe. Pull your hips back and down. Try to keep your chest lifting toward your thumbs. Your breath as even as you can here. You're gonna take your right leg, lift it up and step it back across to the outer edge of your left edge of your mat there. And then lower your right knee down. Hands to the floor. You're gonna keep your right leg just as it is. Sweep your left leg around and behind. Open your heels. Slide your hips back. Gomukhasana. Roll your shoulders back. Try to soften both sitting bones into the mat. If they're not connected to the floor and it feels like total junk here, you can grab a block to sit up on top of, or a blanket or a towel. We're gonna hang here for 2 more breaths. And then shift your weight back toward your sitting bones. Try to keep that lift through your chest. We come into a little boat pose here at the back of the mat. And from here, you're gonna take your feet to the floor. You can use your hands, obviously, shift yourself up, come into a toe balance. If you wanna challenge yourself and not use your hands, you can do that too. Come on up into your balance here on your toes. All right, from here, you're gonna let your weight tip back a little bit, slowly, with as much control as you can, lower your knees to the mat. All right, arms reach forward, start to shift your weight back a bit, pull your low belly in, and we lift the knees, back into our toe balance. Keep your fingertips reaching forward, butt moves back, drop your heels. Come back into your toe balance. Shift your weight back slowly, lower your knees. That was not great, but that's okay. All right, fingertips reach forward. Shift back gently so we can lift the knees, find your toe balance, drop your heels. 1 more. Come on up through. All right, slow and steady. Lower your knees. All right, shift your weight back. Gonna come into your toe balance. Drop your heels, push into your feet and fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and release. Push into your feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands down through prayer. Okay, release your hands, walk it to the top of the mat. We'll do the other side. All right, strong Tadasana. Inhale, bring it out and up. Exhale and fold Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold, plant your hands, downward facing dog, walk it back. All right, you're gonna float your left leg up, deep breath in, and then step your left foot forward just an inch or 2, toes open out to the sides. Push back into your sitting bones. Right hand stays rooted, left hand's gonna reach toward your left foot, right? Slowly now find your balance, float your right leg up. And then bend your right knee. Gonna grab that foot with your left hand. You can kick your foot into your hand a bit. Find your balance. And then release. From here, you're gonna gaze forward, step your right foot up, standing split, shifting as you lift your left leg, press into your right foot. Okay, keep your energy kicking back through your left foot, bend your right knee. Take your weight back toward your right heel. It'll make this a little easier as you bring your right hand to your thigh. Oh, left hand to your thigh. Maybe interlace your fingers here as you work into this warrior three. Keep your shoulder blades in, belly strong. And then slowly start to kick your left heel across to the right side of your mat. Left hand's gonna stay on your thigh. Right hand finds that left foot. Revolve Nadarajasana, press the floor away. Come up to stand. Inhale. And slow and controlled as you exhale, release your foot. Timber, back down to the floor. Really? I think so. And then from here, we're gonna step it back. Warrior two. Yeah. Sink down into your feet. Take your gaze over your right hand. That moment when you forget what you're doing. Okay, from here we're gonna skandasana toward that left foot, right? So bend your left knee. Slowly come down. Maybe the left heel can stay on the floor. Maybe it's a not today. Find your balance, lift your chest, and breathe. Okay, take your hands to the mat. From here, we're gonna slowly shift it forward. Find your standing split. Yep. And then nice and easy, we're gonna open it up, half moon. Right fingertips for the mat or a block. Roll it open, roll it open, roll it open, roll it open. And breathe. Keep the inner edge of your left leg lifting. Maybe you can take that left arm, stretch it up. And then from here, we're working way out of order, but it's all good. We're gonna get it all in. Draw your left knee in. We're gonna slowly now come on up to stand. Pulling it in, pulling it in, pulling it in, and then hook your left ankle on top of your right thigh. Sink your hips and breathe. Nothing is perfect. Not here on your mat, not out in the world. Take this left foot, gonna swing it around, step it to the right outer edge of your mat. Slowly now, lower the left knee. You can keep your hands in prayer, bring your fingertips to the mat. You're gonna swing it through. Tuck your right knee behind your left. Shift your hips back. You can find a block if you want, or a blanket. Take a seat. Oh, Gomukhasana. And breathe. You can stay upright. If you want to fold gently into it, you can. We're just going to be here for another breath, maybe two. Okay, hands into prayer. Shift your weight back. Navasana. Knees can stay bent. Feel the lift in your chest. Feel your low back lift in and up. Gonna plant your feet on the mat. Here we go. Ready? Heels come in super close. Shift your weight forward. Ha ha. Come onto your toes. Here we go again. Slowly now, lower your knees to the mat. All right, and then we're gonna come back. Lift into your toe balance. Yes. Drop your heels. Come back up. Lower those knees. Oh, I lost it. Try not to do that. Shift your weight back. Come back onto the toes. Drop your heels. And then back up one more time. because we can do that with more control. Lean it back. There we go. Find your toe balance one more time. Shift. Here we go. Come onto those toes. Oh, drop your heels and fold. And hang here for a second. Maybe sway a little bit side to side. Yeah. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen out. Exhale and release. Press the floor weight. Come all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale. And when you exhale, bring your hands down to prayer. And release your hands and walk to the top of the mat. Once you hit your Tadasana, feet underneath you, right? Roll your shoulders back. Inhale, come out and up. Exhale and fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, lengthen out. And a downward facing dog. Okay, this is the hardest part right here. Inhale, come on forward into your plank. Okay, I'm gonna take your right foot and lift it up. Belly strong, come onto your left fingertips. Okay, maybe now walk the left hand forward a bit. And now see if you can come with that left hand lifted. Okay, from here, you're gonna draw your right knee into your chest, slow and steady. Drop your left heel over to the right, pivot your hips to the left edge of the mat, kick your right leg out. Don't let it hit the floor. Bend your knee in again. We're gonna spin back so you're square to the mat. Oh, two-legged plank. Left hand down, left side Vashisthasana. Keep the right foot lifted if you can. Inhale. And then right hand to the mat, spin it through. You can vinyasa here if you want. And pull it back. Okay, because that was so fun, we're gonna do it again on the other side. Okay, come on forward into your plank. Let's see how we can do this. Left leg lifts. Here we go. Shift weight to your left hand, come onto your right fingertips. Walk the right hand forward. Maybe now stretch the right arm forward. Pull your left knee in. Drop the right heel. Kick it through. Boom. Pull your knee in. We're gonna pivot back into our rotisserie. Two-legged plank. Oh, fight for it. Right hand down. Right side, side plank. Lift. Left hand down. Keep the right, or that left leg lifted. Shift. And vinyasa. And pull it back. From here, drop your knees. Oh, goodness. Take your hips to your heels. You can make a pillow with your hands. If child's pose is not the most comfortable place for you to rest, you can come up here. Take a moment in your kind of elevated table or lowered table or elevated child's pose maybe. Relax where you can. Wherever you are, take another breath. And then slowly come on up, sweep your feet to one side. We're gonna take a seat here for just a moment, feet out in front. Roll your shoulders back, sit nice and tall. You wanna keep your feet rooted and the thighs or the legs active, right? Wrap your left hand around, walk your right hand behind you. Give yourself a little twist here. If you feel like you want to work a balance while you twist, you're going to lift your right foot up. Grab the outer edge of your right foot with your left hand. Shift your weight back and start by kicking this right foot forward. Leg doesn't have to straighten, right? Roll that right shoulder back, lift your chest, float the right hand back. Okay, and then see if you can shift your weight a little bit more. You can extend that left leg and float it up. Inhale. When you exhale, drop the left foot, bend your right knee, sole to the inner edge of that left leg, and fold forward. Little Janu Shirshasana. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and release. All right, inhale, round it back up. Bend those knees, slide your feet in, legs strong and steady. Wrap around with the right hand, take your left hand behind you. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, bring it out. Ready for the balance? Grab the outer edge of your left foot, shift your weight back, extend the left foot, keep your chest lifted, float the left fingertips, and then play with extending that right leg, let it float up. And then drop your right leg, fold the left knee in, Janu Shirshasana, inhale up, exhale, come out and over. And a couple of breaths here. And then inhale slowly up. All right, you're gonna hug one leg in, then the other. Take a minute here, gonna roll around through your shoulders. And if you wanna lay down, take a break here, you can. I'm gonna stay upright as we close class for today. Relax your shoulders. Bring your palms together into Anjali Mudra. Bow your head and take a moment to honor your practice and to honor all those moments during the day that don't maybe go as planned, right? Balance is never perfect. Our practice is never perfect. The day is rarely perfect. So honor those imperfect moments here on your mat and out in the world. And may you have a perfectly imperfect day. Thank you for practicing with me today. I look forward to practicing with you again. As always, guys, if you know somebody who might benefit from this or might enjoy this bubbly personality, then share with a friend. You can subscribe if you haven't done that yet, and check out some more of my videos. The library is growing, super exciting. Thanks, guys, as always. I appreciate you being here.